Hello everybody, and welcome to another video of my JavaFx applications. I am the proud creator of this jar file here, which I call the diary jar, and it is basically a little bit of an extension to the JavaFx application series, where I built the calendar, and I do use the calendar inside this application. However, just a little bit of an explanation of what this application does. First of all, when we open it, it's going to want to know the file path of where this jar is stored, and then I'll click on that file path, and you will see then that it will create another file here with a file path. So if we just go ahead and do that, so there we go, we say it's asking set file path, so when clicking the button you will select the library where the initial jar is stored. So we'll just select the diary and as you can see here, it's created a txt document which is just the file path. There we go. And now that it knows that the file path exists, so if we double click, it's not going to ask again about where the about file path, because it already knows that. So we'll just start the application, and as you can see here, we do have the calendar, which is very similar to the JavaFx application. Okay, it might not look similar because that's just the way I've designed it with a CSS. So today is the 27th, and we can scroll through our months like we did in the other application. So this is working very well. And so if we just go back to the 27th, and I'll show you a little bit here what's going to happen. So if I just, let's just leave it here. So if I now just want to make a note in my diary, it says please select the date, so I'm just going to click on the date, and it tells me which date I've selected. And I would say a new note, and for that I'm just going to call this information because I can. And this will happen today on the 27th of July 2022. So let's just say I am showing you this, and then if we save the task and cancel, you will see that here it says Wednesday 27th information. So I am showing you this. So there we go. And if we click on the next month, of course there is nothing there. And then you can see that the 27th is now red because there is a task that needs to be done. So if we just go in this month and we select the 17th of August just because we can, and we create a new note in there, and I say this is, let's just call it another note. And just for your information, like that, and we save the task, then we can see that there we go, Wednesday is another note, and it's just for your information. And so if we now select, if we just go back, we'll see that that's now highlighted red. Yes, I know this is still work in progress, so don't worry too much about it, because when I did enter it, the red did not appear, only when I cycled through the buttons here. I'm not too worried about that. So now if we just click on this day here, you can say we can see new note, so we can add another note. There we go. This is another note for you. So we'll just save that. So now we've got another note. We can select maybe another day, the 11th of July, and we can say new note, and this, and we can say this is history because it actually is in the past. There we go. So if we then just get all this highlighted here, you'll see that that's red and that's red because so we've got tasks there that are not completed. So if we click on that, and then we can say edit notes, and we can just click on that and say save and done, and then you can see that that task is now complete. So if we just go backwards and forwards, you can see that task is now complete. And you can see the other task in here because this is the upcoming events for July. However, that is no longer in red. So if we just go to the 27th, which is today, and I say edit nodes, and I say task information, I'm showing you this task information node, another node for you. Let's say that is done. So save and complete. So now that is done. And if we do cycle forwards and back, it is still red because we still have one date complete in there. So if we just jump over to the future in August on the 17th, and we say task information just for your information. So that is all. That's basically how the diary works. I find it quite useful because I use it myself, to be honest. And I've got my own little private diary which I use myself, and it works really well. So that is that. Now if we close the diary, you will see that we have created some other file paths here, and I called them myself. So we've got August and July. So, and that is because if we open our diary again, we will find that all the information is read from those files, and all the information is complete. So there we go. I think in the future what I'm going to do with this is that with the upcoming events and finished events, they will be in two different text boxes, like like this text box here, because it'll just be easier to scroll through them if you have like loads of tasks. But for the ones that are complete will be in a complete box. So we have uncompleted tasks and completed tasks, and I think that'll just help this calendar to function a bit better. Because and the reason for that is because if you have a long list of tasks, you can't really scroll down, unfortunately, in the JavaFX unless you've put it in a text area, JavaFX text area. So that is basically what I'm going to be doing. If you have any suggestions and ideas, please let me know. And if you did like what you've seen, please like, subscribe, and enjoy the show, and happy coding.